messed up.
It's
Jesus, let me know. But they show no fish. They say you found it, but she's still gonna hold on. They say you found it, but she doesn't want.
So you know where to look at, right?
Where? Look at where?
You look in the lens.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Ronnie.
And I'm Joel.
Yeah, so we are here to tell you about how we met. Yeah. So how did we meet?
Well, it all started with me signing up for a free Christian dating app called CDFF. And at the time I was intentionally looking for a wife, and when I signed up for that site I was getting a lot of messages from just international folks, and I decided to just stay on the site for a while and see, what happened. And one day Ronnie messaged me and we sort of just started talking and we became friends. So, yeah. But you were the one who messaged me first. So.
Why do you have to stress that? Why do you want to stress that?
Because I think it's important for people to know that it's okay for ladies to also reach out too, because we're not going to see every single woman out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of people on the web, and you might not have scrolled past your profile. If I would have scrolled past your profile and I would have saw you, of course I would have messaged you, but you saw me first.
Just to be clear, guys, how the app works, you send a wink at somebody, and if they wink back, it's a match. So we matched, and when we matched, I said hi.
Yeah, and then I sent the wink back, and then we were able to communicate. Definitely worth it. Yeah, I mean, I had relationships before in the US, but none of them had really worked out. When I had talked to her, she was just so kind and feminine that I just really enjoyed spending time with her and talking with her. And for a while I felt like we were becoming romantic, and then I sort of had a reality check at one point. It was like, wow, she's 9,000 miles away. How am I ever gonna pay for all of that, and how am I gonna coordinate that with work? And it just seemed very difficult. So
we
yeah.
broke up.
What was that?
So we broke up.
Yeah, we did break up for like a period of about 8 months, but we still kept talking. We were friends.
Yeah, so we after we met and we started talking, we dated for 3 months or 4 months, I don't know, I'm not sure. But we dated for some months, then we broke up for 8 months. But we were talking as friends, just check up on each other and stuff like that. Then we started talking again because he had ended his relationship and I had ended my relationship, so we got back together. I wasn't in a relationship. It was kind of like a situationship, but he was in a relationship. So
yeah, I was dating someone from the US and from my church, and things just didn't work out. And then Ronnie and I were still close friends. We kept talking, and I just sort of became of the mindset that it's better to be with somebody who you feel truly cares about you, truly loves you, and they're far away. I don't think you should let yourself be limited by distance. A lot of long distance relationships don't work, people say, because they're just not, that you're not in their life enough. But I really do believe it just depends on the disposition of the people in the relationship. If you have the right temperament for a long distance relationship, then it can work. If you're both not party goers or extroverts. I think that, you know, she's sort of an introverted extrovert.
I'm an extrovert though.
You're an introverted extrovert because you still like to be at home.
Yeah.
I'm more of an introverted introvert where I can, you know, I can go out and talk with people, but I just don't like going to all those parties and stuff. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I just think that those things are a distraction, just cause nothing but problems. But yeah, I you know, we were able to make a long distance relationship work for about 2 years.
Yeah, because the time that we made it was during COVID. We met in 2020, by the way. So 2020 we started talking. It was during COVID. Of course, it couldn't come. So we actually met in person in 2022. August of 2022.
Yeah, I was like, okay, you know, well, I'll go ahead and check it out and see. And I was very nervous going because she hadn't even told her father about me. And I guess that was part of her culture, but I was still trying to understand her culture, you know, and she'd also informed me about bride price and all those things. Like, I think it took me about a year to just completely understand and accept bride price and everything that entailed. So yeah, there was a lot of culture shock for me when I went to Africa. I had never been out of the country really for any extended period of time. I had never flown, you know, any transatlantic flight or international flight. So it was brand new. So it just seemed like a little bit overwhelming. I also was concerned that, you know, if things didn't work out, that it would just be like a huge waste of time and money. But, you know, I just thought to myself, you know, you only live once, and if you never take any risks at all, then things will never end up working out, or your life or situation will never change. So you do have to take risks from time to time.
Yeah. I actually didn't tell my parents, not because I didn't want them to know about him or I was keeping him private, but we're Africans. We do not talk about relationship with our parents unless it's like a serious relationship. So I had to be sure, because I didn't want a situation where I'm like, oh, there's this guy who's gonna come, then you're like, oh, I'm not gonna come, and then I like, look, I didn't want that. So
yeah,
that is why I didn't tell them.
Yeah. And
one thing that you told me, you're like, oh, if it doesn't work out, then I'll just consider this trip as a vacation.
That was me protecting my feelings, because I was like, oh, if this doesn't work out, then
it'll just
I'm just gonna just chalk this up to a vacation and not like try to even think about whether or not it had gone wrong, like romantically or anything. So
yeah.
So yeah, no, but we were able to meet at the international airport in Zambia the first time, and honestly, it was great. I mean, she was the exact same as she was online. Like, we would video chat almost every other day, and it was no different when we were in person as compared to, you know, when we were on the phone long distance.
But were you nervous when you were coming out of the airport?
Oh yeah, I was very nervous. I was like super nervous because it was like a 40-hour transit time, because I had layovers and stuff, and I did not have any like benefits of any, you know, membership tier for any airline. So I didn't like go into the lounges. I didn't even know where the lounges were at these airports. But I hadn't showered like the entire trip because there was no place for me to take a shower. And so I was real nervous about like going up and hugging you for the first time and then smelling bad because I had been sitting on a plane for 40 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at least on the third trip, I had flown so much that I actually had access to a shower through one of the lounges in Qatar. So that was nice. Yeah, definitely broadened my horizons for sure. But yeah, it's possible to do it. I used a travel agent.
I was nervous too, because I was like, oh my god, what if he doesn't show up, or what if it's like somebody else?
Oh, I know. And
Yeah.
she had arrived with flowers and everything with her parents, so if I wouldn't have shown up, then it just would
It would have
made...
been so embarrassing, because when I told my dad, like I think a day or 2 days before he landed, so my dad was like so nervous. We were standing outside the airport, and it was like every guy that comes out would be like, is he the one? Is he the one? Because there's always this thinking of like African women would always like get married to older white guys. So if he sees an older man, he's like, is he the one? Is he the one?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
no, it wasn't.
We have like a 9-year age gap, and
He looks younger than that, of course.
well, yeah, I try to take care of myself. The reason I try to take care of myself is because I know that ladies don't like older looking guys. Is that true?
I don't know. There are others who like older men.
Well, in my experience, the women that I've talked to, they just don't like it when you look aging. That's no offense to any guys out there who may be looking aging, but you want to try to take care of yourself as best you can, because women do care about looks too. In my experience, they care about looks to a degree.
Yeah.
Like, the looks is what initially attracts.
Yeah, before you get to know somebody, you look at them from the outside.
Yeah.
You don't just go like, oh, you're a very kind man. I don't know you. So definitely what will attract me
Yeah.
to you is how you look. First
Yeah.
impressions.
And you said my profile picture wasn't very
It
good.
wasn't cute at all.
Luckily, she looked at the other pictures, and those were a little bit better. So
Yeah, like the profile picture wasn't good at all, but the other pictures were really cute. So I was like, why would you choose that as your profile picture?
So maybe a little bit of background about me. So I'm an engineer, and engineers, we're not exactly known for
Good looking.
there can be good looking engineers. I'm just saying we're not known for like probably not the highest level social skill, probably not as aware or pay as much attention to like how good a photo looks or what's the aesthetic. Maybe we're not as good at like judging aesthetics.
Yeah.
And so that could have been my issue. Like, I was just, putting my profile out there, but I didn't have a good sense of like how my image was, or like how I was presenting myself. But yeah, I mean, engineers are busy. They're trying to juggle like dating and like work.
Yeah.
And so I'm not trying to make excuses for myself. I just basically ended up getting lucky with her. So
how many years were you on the dating app before we met?
well, I was trying a bunch of different dating apps and wasn't really having too much luck. But I was on that dating app for probably about like 4 or 5 months.
I was only there for like a week.
Yeah, she was there for a week, so
And it was my first dating app. So
yeah.
I was there for a week. I was talking to him and talking to other guys, and I just said I didn't have time to like. I was a student, right? So I would like go to school and come back late and have to go through all this dating. So I just said, I'm deleting this app. I just told everybody, I'm deleting this app. If you want to talk to me, you can text me on my Facebook or on my WhatsApp. And he's like one of the guys that texted me back. So when we had like a serious conversation going on, I just like stopped talking to the others. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what happened. So this is my first time like actually doing this on like I guess what is this, like an interview type style video?
Yeah.
Or like a blog type style video. Like I'm not a YouTuber, and I'm not somebody who
Likes the camera.
I don't the camera's very new to me.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, he doesn't smile, he doesn't. You people should. This guy is. Oh my god, you just don't know him. He doesn't smile because he doesn't know you. But
I mean, I smile. It's just when I'm with brand new people, it's hard.
Yeah.
I have to learn to just like loosen up, you know.
But
So
he doesn't like the camera, just so you know. He's getting used to it.
yeah, I'm getting used to the camera.
So do not judge him.
Well, and sometimes people judge how I feel based off of my facial expression, but that's not a good way to judge my, I guess, how I feel.
Yeah, I've had comments on my TikTok. They're like, "Oh, is he happy being with you? It looks like he's being forced to do things." I'm like, "Do I force you to do
No, no. I said we should do this because I think it's good to have a YouTube channel. So
things?" Yeah, that is
yeah,
how we met.
but I love her very much, and I'm very thankful and I'm blessed to have her as my wife.
Aw.
I am, honestly. She honestly is the best. I would do it all again if it were to come down to it, because she is literally just such a quality woman. She is so great, and I'm really appreciative of her.
Thank you, babe.
Of course. So yeah, I'm not a super expressive guy, but I do express how I feel to you.
He does.
Yeah, and I love her very, very much. So, and you know, I had this conversation with her father and her mother and all her family, and I went there and spent time with them, and yeah, they accepted me too. And you know, I try to be a good provider and a good husband, and yeah, there's nothing that I wouldn't do for her. You know, I try to take care of her as best I can, you know? And she's actually like, when I give her advice, she like listens and understands what I'm telling her, and we don't have like a lot of arguments or conflict. Sorry, did you get something?
No,
So yeah, I think that it was all very intentional.
Well, that's one thing about like online dating and long distance relationship. You have to be intentional about what you're doing, or else it's not going to go anywhere. You have to be intentional. You need to like be in love with the person you're talking to. You need to see a future with the person you're talking to, because why are you even doing it anyway? It's already stressful. It's expensive. Why are you doing it if you're not intentional?
Yeah, I would say probably the biggest reason why our relationship worked is because we're both Christian. We both believe in Jesus Christ. We both have a similar faith.
Yeah.
She's Catholic. I'm non-denominational, but in my opinion, it's the same book. It's the same Jesus. So we just we respect marriage. I know that a lot of people, they just think marriage is not really worth it, but according to our faith, we do want to get married, and this is the way that we've chosen to live our life. And you know, if other people don't want to get married, then that's fine. You know,
yeah.
but you know, according to what we believe in the Bible, that's what we felt we should do. And
From the beginning of our relationship, I was always sure of what I wanted. I wanted to have a family. So if you like come up to me and you want to be in a relationship with me, and you're like, I ask you about what you think about having a family, then you're like, oh, I'm not sure. It's just
yeah,
no for me, because I always wanted to have a family. So
well, we both were clear to each other from the start, like if we were to be together, what would be the purpose of it? And you know, she was like, no, I want to have a husband and I want to have a family. And I'm like, well, I want to have a wife and I want to have a family. And we're like, great, we're on the same page.
yeah.
You know, and you know, what's your faith? What do you believe? What are your values? And you know, she's like, well, I believe in the Bible. And it's like, well, I believe in the Bible too. You know, no judgment, no shade if that's not what you people believe in.
Yeah.
That's I mean,
We respect everybody's culture.
Yeah, we respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we respect all cultures, and we're not here to tell you
What to believe in.
what to believe in, or try to make it seem like, oh, we're better because we had a relationship that worked. No, we got lucky, and it was just by the grace of God that.
Honestly, it was really God, because it was like pressure from him, because we were in like 2 different continents, and just to make it work could only be God.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're just made this video just to say hi and maybe just explain a little bit about ourselves.
Yeah.
And, we've seen a lot of like TikToks and videos of people saying, how you find like a husband, or how do you find a wife, or how do you do this? My advice is just, put yourself out there in as many different places, both online and in person. There's a lot of people saying, oh, give up on dating apps, they don't work. But you don't know if a dating app is going to not work.
You won't know unless you give it a try.
Yeah, so. You got to at least try. And you never know. Like, you could be on an app for 5 months, and you might get a message just randomly from a guy or a gal that you could end up becoming friends, and you can see where it goes.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, but...
And the most important thing is that you also need to trust God's will, because even if you try to do dating online, if it's not God's will, it's not going to happen. So it's all about what God wants for your life. So.
Yeah, or if you don't believe in God, at least make sure that you want the same things out of life. If you don't believe in God, find out early on the deal breakers. Like, do you want children? And if they don't want children, well, then you probably don't want to invest too much into that relationship, because they're just going to want to break up in the future. So, I mean, life is short. It feels long, but it's short. And you really only have time to get to know maybe 5 people romantically before you start getting into your mid-30s. So Ronnie was lucky. She's kind of early on, and she found somebody that she wants to be with. Thankfully, that was me.
Yeah.
So, I would just say don't give up and just keep trying. Dating and relationships are extremely difficult.
Especially in this age.
Yeah, and we're very different people too.
Yeah, we are. We are different people, different backgrounds, different cultures. So it only takes God to have understanding, because at the end of the day, we're both humans, and we'll probably disagree in 1 or 2 things. So
yeah, but
it's not easy.
We try to have good communication. Communication is key.
Yeah.
So, we're just a brand new married couple. So we're not here to say this is how you maintain a long-lasting relationship. Maybe we can make that video in 10 years or something. I don't know. Yeah. Is 10 years considered long? I think in this day and age it is.
It is, yeah.
So
yeah, but that is what we wanted to share with you guys about how we met. If you have any questions, any comments, or anything, you can comment down below. Don't forget to don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share. Yeah,
and be kind in the comments too, because this is getting out of my comfort zone. It's out of your comfort zone too, right?
Yeah, he is new to this, so please be kind in the comment section. He's getting used to the camera. I love the camera. It's obvious, but kind to hear.
Also, the lighting in this room's not very good. We just have a fluorescent lamp, so it's kind of burning my eyes.
It's snowing right now, so we do not have good natural lighting. Would have done it in a different room, but the lighting is just the same because there's no sun or whatever. But yeah, be kind. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll probably see you in another video. Bye.
See ya.